This is probably one of the most exciting times of the year for the beauty community because this is when everyone releases their yearly favourite. I curated a few products. This is probably going to be the shortest yearly favourites that you will see on YouTube this year because I haven't really got that many favourites, and if you saw my last video where I did a recap on my 2017 favourites and I let you know whether those products are still my favourites or not, you will know what products from 2017 are still my favourites. So if you want to see what products I have been loving throughout 2018 and have made it into my yearly favourites, then keep on watching. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I'm the Makeup Enthusiast, and this is your go-to channel for all things Aussie beauty. If you are new around here, make sure you click the subscribe button down below so you can keep up to date on all my Aussie made and own beauty reviews, as well as any other random content that I decide to bring out throughout 2019 for you. I don't really have all that many products. I only have a handful and there are some kind of overlaps. I do have kind of more than one for a few categories. So let's get into what products I discovered in 2018 and that made it into my yearly favourites. So starting with primer, I discovered the Becca Backlight priming filter. I got this in my, I believe it was my Beautylish Lucky bag, and I decided to crack this out over winter in my project pan. As you can see, I've got like all the stripes down the side. I actually discovered I really liked this primer. I didn't think I was going to get on with it as well as I did. Being a completely oily skin girl, like I cannot get my makeup to last all day for the life of me, and I was really terrified to grab this out and use it as a primer. I thought it would just make me look like a total grease ball, but this just gave me a beautiful like dewy look to my skin, but it also helped make my makeup last. If you're oily skinned and you like that dewy look and you want your makeup to last all day, I think you should definitely check out the Becca Backlight priming filter. I know a lot of oily skin girls can probably relate to me here. You're terrified of dew, but I've always enjoyed the look of dewy skin, and this really helped me achieve it, and I could still powder and still have like that glowy effect to my skin without the oil. Here I have two eye priming kind of products. In 2018 as well, I included the Too Faced Shadow Insurance in my project pan. I used this one all up. I actually need to go repurchase a full size of this because this is just a little sample. I do have a sample of the like shimmery version. I'm not liking that as much. I just feel like it does leave too much shimmer and I can only kind of focus it on my lids. I can't bring it up to my brow bone like I can with this one. This one as well, when you set it or when you apply a shadow over the top, it doesn't get that weird kind of crepey, patchy, uneven look about it. It sets really evenly, smoothly, nicely. So I would really recommend this one if you have any kind of texture on your eyes, or if you're finding anything. In particular, the Urban Decay Primer Potion makes my eyelids look so bad, but I feel like this really helps with making my shadow look nice, last all day, doesn't crease, and it also makes it lay nicely on my skin. Along the same lines, another product from Too Faced, they really know how to do eye priming products, and this is the Too Faced Glitter Glue. Whenever I need to have my eyeshadows have a really bam effect on my eyelids, or if I ever need some glitter or pressed glitters to stick on my eyelid, I always pull out this guy. I kind of use this to cut my crease. It doesn't give you a completely blank base or blank canvas, but it definitely gives you that extra grip that you need to have for any kind of glitters, any kind of shimmers. If you're really wanting that really nice bammy duochrome effect with your duochrome pigments or pressed shadows, use this one as a base and it really grabs onto the pigment. Let's move on to next segue from eyeshadow primer to eyeshadow. I haven't had this palette for very long. This is the Bareminerals Aurora Lights palette, but ever since I got this, I have been loving it. Let me just try and cover the mirror for you. I did do a full swatch video on that, so if you want to see that video, I will leave it linked up in the corner here. But this palette is just stunning. Apparently, this is a new formula for Bareminerals. I've always been a big fan of Bareminerals formulas. If you prefer neutral colors, this is a great palette. Their formula is really great, but in this palette they did include extra colors to ramp up your looks. They've got these foiled blue and green here. They also have like this grey and silver here, as well as a nice dark forest green. But then they also have a few down here. My favorite color is Catch Me Catch Me If. It's this beautiful like duochrome color. It's perfect for every day. You can spice up your look with it because it is that ever so subtle duochrome, but it is beautiful on the lids. It's a really good size. You can almost fit it in your palm. I think this is a great palette for travel. This would probably be one that I would just throw in my bag if I was traveling. I can do like any kind of look that I want with this palette. I think it is stunning. If you can still get your hands on this palette, go in, swatch it and pick it up. Next is a concealer, and it is my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is my second tube this year and I have nearly finished this one up. Love this concealer. I haven't found anything that compares to it just yet, so if I am ever in doubt, I will just go back to this. It's kind of my never fail. It's my safe go-to concealer if I need one. Yeah, I love it. It's a great concealer. I know everyone raves about this concealer, but for good reason. I am wearing this under my eyes today as well. This year I discovered 2 highlighters. I'm going to be super duper mean to you guys, and the first one is one that you can no longer get anymore. Yes, it's still in the box. It's because I love the box as well. This is the Smashbox and Vlada MUA Petal Metal Highlighter in Gilded Rose. This highlighter is absolutely stunning. It's got like this 3D packaging on the outside, and then on the inside is also the 3D flower with the drip that Vlada is known for. This highlighter is beautiful. It looks amazing, amazing, amazing on your skin. I think this is the perfect color for people with my skin tone. I absolutely love this highlighter, and if you didn't get your hands on it, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I am favoriting that, but it is one of my favorites of the year. The next one is one that I've only just recently discovered, and I think a lot of people will be putting this in their favorites this year, but it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy highlighter. I'm wearing this on my cheeks today, and it's not anything spectacular, but it does give that amazing kind of wet look on your skin, and I'm loving that at the moment. A lot of the times when I do looks like I've done today where it's really over the top, having a just normal, I don't want to say boring, having just a normal everyday highlighter that just makes your skin look wet just goes perfectly with a over the top eye and just on an everyday basis. I am absolutely loving this highlighter at the moment, and it's been one of my go-to highlighters since I got it. The next makeup item that I have been loving, we'll keep going in the steps of things that I use, is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. I used this in my project pan as well this year. One thing about project pans is they are really good with helping you kind of rediscover things in your collection. This had been in my collection for quite a while, and I just wanted to use it up so it didn't kind of go bad or I wasn't wasting it. I actually discovered that I really liked this product in 2018. It's amazing for helping you wet your eyeshadows or your brushes. It gives you an amazing kind of mist on your brushes to wet them and then dip into any kind of shimmers that you want to foil. And this is also amazing, in my opinion, for people with oily skin. I tend to over powder like you wouldn't believe just to try and set my face and make it last. This, if you just give it a little spritz over your face, it kind of brings your face back to life and doesn't make your skin look overly cakey. It doesn't make the powder sit on the skin. It helps kind of absorb into the skin, and it makes your makeup look amazing. Similar lines is the Too Faced Hangover RX 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. Now, this is actually a product that I purchased off the sample size. I tried the sample in my sample challenge that I did, I think that was about February, where I used up a crap ton of samples in 1 month. This was one of them and I fell in love. This, along the same lines, it's just amazing for making your makeup like set in nicely. It smells really nice. It's a good refresher, and it kind of brings your makeup back to life. You can use it as a primer or a setting spray. It's up to you. I prefer to use it as a setting spray. I haven't really had much of an opportunity to use it as a primer, but I do prefer sprays as a setting spray rather than a primer. The last makeup item is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. I picked this up earlier in the year as a replenish of my Tarte Lights Camera lashes, and I really like this. I feel like it's a really good replacement for my Tarte Lights Camera lashes. I'm wearing it on my lashes today. I just feel like it gives me a really nice effect, quite similar to the effect that I get from Lights Camera lashes, but without the hefty price tag. This one being Australian drugstore prices, it is still quite expensive, but it is a bit cheaper than the Lights Camera lashes, and it doesn't hurt my bank account as much picking this one up. And it does have one of those fiber brushes, which is what I really like. And yeah, I feel like it gives me a similar effect to my lashes as the Lights Camera lashes. Sorry, I lied. I haven't mentioned these ones yet either. This is actually my last makeup item, and it is the Too Faced Melted Matte Minis that I got in the Sweet Smell of Christmas set. I have been loving these lately. Once again, ever since I picked these ones up, I haven't put these down. I am wearing Sugar Cookie on my lips today. I've been grabbing for Hot Buttered Rum a lot. The last few videos where I've had a red lip has been the Cinnamon Bear lipstick. These smell amazing. I think they're a perfect size, and they are a really comfortable matte on the lips. If you've heard me bang on before about liquid lipsticks, you know I can't stand an overly drying lipstick formula on my lips. My lips are already dry as it is, so any kind of liquid lipstick formula that dries out my lips, it's just no good for me. So these are really comfortable on the lips, they last, and they're not overly drying as well. Some of the colors I've heard are hit and miss, but the few that I have tried and picked up have been amazing. I do have a full size of, I think it's Queen Bee, which is the nude in their normal range. The last three items are tools. Now I'll start with my brushes that I have here. The first two are from Crown Brushes. I picked these up at the Makeup Expo in Brisbane that I went to in, I think it was August or September with my makeup school. That's a whole nother story. I really need to update you guys on that. But I picked up the BK30 Deluxe Blending Fluff Brush and the BK38 Blending Crease Brush, and these are both from Crown Brushes. Crown Brushes is like a reasonably priced brush brand, I think, in my opinion. The Blending Fluff is kind of a pinched blending brush. This is great for a more precise blending application, and then this one, which is the Blending Crease, is great for just buffing things out and blending edges and all that kind of jazz. And I've been really enjoying these two brushes. They are great. And then my Wayne Goss number 16 brush. This is the only Wayne Goss brush I have in my collection. I got this in my lucky bag last year as well. This brush is amazing. It's got like this pointed tip to it, so you can get a more precise blending application. It doesn't blend everywhere into nothing. You can get more of a precise blend application to this, and I do like doing this like on the edges so I don't get color moving too far up to my brow bone. If you're wanting to blend just a different color ever so slightly along the edge of your shading, you can just go in there really precisely and blend different color along the edges. This is a great brush, and I really want more Wayne Goss brushes. The last brush is not a specific brand, it's more a type of brush, and it is this angled liner brush. I got this from my mum-in-law like a couple of years ago. She brought me one of those really cheap sets, and I just picked and chose out of that set the few brushes that I thought I would put to good use. But I did hold on to this angled liner brush, and I've actually been using this not for liner but for cleaning up my eyeliner when it kind of goes a bit AWOL. I get this with some Bioderma, and I put a little bit on the brush with Bioderma. I wipe off the excess, and then I use it to clean up the edge of my eyeliner, and it works wonders. It's amazing. Find yourself a decent angled liner brush, one that's not splayed everywhere, but give that a try if you are struggling with eyeliner. I typically do my eyes before my base, so I do my eyeliner, clean it up, and then I do my base. The next two tools are ones that I did a video on, and the first is my Kmart brush tree. I did a dupe video on this one and let you know whether I thought it was a good deal or not. It was only $8 from Kmart, and it is like an exact dupe for the bengeable brush tree. It's not anything amazing, it's not anything innovative by any means, but it has really helped me and given me that peace of mind for kind of cleaning my expensive brushes or my natural hair brushes or anything like that, because I can store them in this upside down and I don't have that fear of any water getting in the ferrule. I think this is a great buy, and you can pull it apart and store it flat, which is another thing that I really like. The next item is also from Kmart, and it is another dupe that I found this year. It is my Be Me makeup brush cleaner. I also did a video of this duping it with the Bareminerals color switch. This is amazing. It's changed my life. It's changed my makeup application. You guys need one of these in your life. I think this was $8 or $6 from Kmart. It's just one of those donuts but in a smaller shape and in a tin. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But I actually dipped into a black, cleaned my brush off with this, and then I went in with a white, and there was nothing on my brush. If you are needing an excuse not to wash your brushes as much, get one of these. If you also have a small brush collection and you like to play with a lot of color, get one of these because it will help you be able to use the same brush or use multiple brushes in different colors at the same time. I said this video was going to be really short. It's turned out not to be short because I ramble so much. I hope I was able to give you some really useful information about my favorite. Let me know down in the comments box what your makeup favorites for 2018 were. I would love to hear what they are. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you like favorites videos. Also click the subscribe button down below so you can keep up to date on all my videos coming at you in the new year. That's it for this video, everyone. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.